Sneako finally has stopped drinking the milk of Daddy Andrew Tate. He decided to unfollow Andrew Tate on X after Top G referred to him and N3on as losers for collaborating with OnlyFans models. In August 2023, Sneako made a public declaration about altering the course of his content. During a Rumble stream, he revealed his intentions to pivot away from Red Pill streaming and delve into creating more in real-life content and streams. The concepts from The Matrix have gradually infiltrated internet culture, embedding themselves in virtually every nook and cranny of the digital realm. A particular notion from the film has found a distinct niche in the less savory fringe regions of the early alt-right internet, the Red Pill. The Red Pill movement is a sprawling and diffuse online community that has adopted the Red Pill metaphor as its own. They've turned it into a verb, and being red-pilled now signifies having one's eyes open to a particular brand of conservatism, often nationalistic, sometimes white supremacist, and almost always infused with misogynistic beliefs. This community is often associated with the manosphere, which includes diverse groups like men's rights activists and incels. This movement became so popular in recent days because of the emergence of figures like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, and the enigmatic Sneako. Have you observed this transformation? It's a question worth pondering because the rise of the Red Pill movement has become increasingly evident. The surge in the Red Pill content has been hard to miss if you've been exploring the online world recently. It seems like everywhere you look, there's content focused on alpha male themes, attracting women, or criticizing the perceived softening of society. While the Tate brothers often serve as the poster children for this movement, it's essential to recognize that one of the most prolific and popular content creators to emerge from this wave is Sneako. He's experienced viral moments through street conversations, appearances on podcasts with figures like the Tate brothers and Fresh and Fit, and as well as his own streams and YouTube videos. Sneako's outspoken views and unfiltered expressions have sparked diverse reactions. Some condemn him for allegedly radicalizing young, impressionable men, while others view him as a unique individual courageously bearing his innermost thoughts and emotions. But Sneako and Andrew Tate's once solid alliance appears to be on shaky ground, marked by a series of events and disagreements. YouTube took a drastic step of banning Sneako from its platform, citing his involvement in a string of contentious incidents. His controversial statements, which encompassed belittling mental health, propagating conspiracy theories, and making misogynistic remarks, likely played a pivotal role in his removal from the platform. Sneako, on the other hand, was not content with Andrew Tate's unfavorable comments about his work. Although they typically saw eye to eye on various subjects, Sneako felt the need to voice his disagreement regarding the negativity surrounding his content. In an attempt to clear the air, Andrew Tate later clarified that his comments were not directed at any specific individual. In recent years, the once tightly knit and relatively obscure online Red Pill movement has undergone a significant transformation, with its core tenets and message splintering into various extremes. Once confined to discussions about dating dynamics and intersexual relationships, the movement's scope has expanded, resulting in a dramatic increase in its viewership and reach. However, with growth has come a series of challenges that have now pushed the movement to the brink. One significant concern is how these Red Pill beliefs, which align with certain mainstream thoughts about gender and sexuality, can affect the mental health of young people. It's important to recognize that not every teenage boy feeling ashamed for not having a girlfriend identifies as an incel. And you won't believe that once a flag bearer of the Red Pill movement, Sneako is hanging out with N3on, OnlyFans girls, and FouseyTube. To address this issue, early conversations about healthy relationships and gender dynamics are crucial in preventing young individuals from falling into an all-or-nothing, defeatist mindset propagated by the Red Pill. Tools like the Online Together project aim to facilitate these critical conversations, helping young people navigate feelings surrounding relationships, sexuality, and masculinity constructively. This movement is now clearly showing signs of disintegration. Over the years, this movement has undergone significant changes, evolving from its humble beginnings into a diverse and influential online subculture. However, recent developments have exposed fractures in its once cohesive ideology, leading to questions about its future. The movement's disintegration can be attributed to several factors. Extreme polarization. The Red Pill community increasingly became centered on extreme gender-based animosity. Podcasts and content creators focused on blaming issues solely on women, leading to an emotional, divisive atmosphere that perpetuated stereotypes and hate. Content for clicks. In pursuit of higher viewership and engagement, the movement shifted towards producing more controversial and extreme content. This led to self-inflicted damage as content creators acted impulsively and damaged their own reputations. Mainstream adoption. As the Red Pill went mainstream, it attracted a broader audience, many of whom did not adhere to the movement's original principles. This dilution of the movement's core message weakened its cohesion. Loss of credibility. Prominent Red Pill thought leaders discredited themselves through inconsistent messaging, controversial statements, and questionable advice. Female voices in the Red Pill. The inclusion of women in discussions around the Red Pill introduced additional controversy, as their perspectives were often seen as inauthentic and divisive. You may be familiar with Pearl Davis, who manages a rapidly growing YouTube channel known as Just Pearly Things. On her channel, she conducts interviews and delves into various aspects of the manosphere, MGTOW, Red Pill ideologies, and more. Her content often revolves around delivering what she characterizes as brutal truths directed primarily at women. This includes critiques of feminism and other cultural perspectives. Pearl Davis is a prolific content creator, frequently uploading videos on her YouTube channel, which has amassed nearly 1.6 million subscribers. Additionally, she maintains an active presence on Twitter with almost 250,000 followers. Lastly, Ms. Davis appears to be approaching a crucial tipping point in her online presence. This phase signifies a transition from being a relatively niche content creator with a limited following to gaining more mainstream recognition. A similar trajectory was observed with Andrew Tate around 2020 during the pandemic. Last week, Davis made an appearance on Piers Morgan's show to discuss a controversial perspective that women should not have the right to vote. This stance, though provocative, is one that she evidently upholds with utmost seriousness. Clearly, the Red Pill movement is at a crossroads. Many within the manosphere are distancing themselves from the Red Pill label, seeking alternative avenues to explore masculinity and relationships. While the movement may continue to exist in some form, it's clear that the current iteration is facing significant challenges. As the Red Pill faces scrutiny and internal discord, the shift towards promoting healthy masculinity and constructive discussions is becoming more evident. Advocates for healthy relationships and gender dynamics are actively working to counterbalance the more extreme aspects of the movement. In this evolving landscape, the hope is that a more balanced and empathetic approach to understanding gender dynamics will gain traction, ultimately contributing to more positive and respectful relationships between men and women. It's a crucial turning point where society must navigate away from the toxic elements of the Red Pill and towards a healthier understanding of masculinity and femininity.